Welcome to the 2018 Best and Worst of Being Off Gluten video special starring my mom, Mandy.
Thank you, and thank you for watching.
How did you find this last year in terms of your off glutenness?
2018 was a really interesting year for me personally and my people, I find, because it was a year where we came together as a group of people. All of the different Facebook groups got much bigger. A lot more people were vocal who were people who cook for people off gluten versus just the people who are eating off gluten, and families, because this is a disease and a way of eating that affects a whole family. I feel like people mobilized a lot more. Personally, evidenced by the fact that I got over 5,400 signatures from Canadians who would really like to see something off gluten in Tim Hortons, which is our nation's hangout place, really. And that means many people who can't eat gluten can't hang out, which people like to hang out and eat and drink coffee. People mobilized this year. Another example would be when Party City put out that terrible ad where they blatantly mock people who don't eat gluten in their commercial for the Super Bowl. That caused an uproar, and that's when we noticed the numbers of people who were identifying as being off gluten. And the commercial got pulled. Party City was super slow, but they had to go to the Super Bowl and it was the weekend, and I'm sure it's not as easy as going on a button to make a commercial disappear, apparently. But the uproar was extensive and made me quite proud, actually, to feel like it's obvious that there's more people than just myself who's off gluten. So that was great. Also, I drank 6 gluten-free beers on YouTube, which was the first gluten-free beer drinking YouTube video ever. A first for me and my people. And it kind of went viral. Not viral like millions of people, but like viral compared to all my other videos that had like 40 views. So that was great for me. And I think we're getting closer to getting Tim Hortons to get something gluten-free into their stores. We're getting closer, we're working on it. Stuff happened. So that stuff was good for my people off gluten this year. One more thing I'd like to add. I'm now not the only person in my Hambly family who is off gluten. My son, Jack, age 7, eats gluten-free now for various reasons. I haven't tested him for celiac disease, but he exhibits evidence to me as a mom who's gone through it that I see in his little body, because I made it, that I think he is going to benefit being off gluten. So it's nice to have an ally, because she gets to eat all the gluten with her dad. And so while they're eating all their gluten, Jack and I can, be together having our average gluten-free bread together. And he doesn't know the difference because he's young, so he'll never miss pizza because he doesn't eat it anyway.
Thank you. What would you deem the best thing that happened to you or for your people in 2018?
I'd say greater variety of inexpensive yet tasty gluten-free foods in major grocery stores like Food Basics and Walmart. Walmart really extended their selection of gluten-free food, including a really good gluten-free pizza, Augie pizza. That might be a highlight. If I had to choose one thing, Augie pizza. But it's nice to see that at the regular grocery store, you can now get fresh gluten-free bread that's commercially produced and is delicious and is only $1 or $2 more than a regular loaf of bread, not $4 or $5 more.
Okay. And the worst low point for you and yours are gluten-free, whatever their reason?
The word glutard.
Thanks. And while we're at it, what are your hopes and dreams for the betterment of off gluten, of life in general, of off gluten and abroad?
That's easy. Something gluten-free at Tim Hortons. It doesn't have to be a chocolate brownie with thick chocolate icing that's prepackaged. That would be my preference. It could be a cookie or a muffin or whatever. A bagel that's prepackaged. It could be bland, just an option. Because in 2013, Tim Hortons put out a gluten-free coconut macaroon, which failed because it was a coconut macaroon, which, like, who said, oh, what should our gluten-free option? A coconut macaroon, and that's what they chose. That's why it didn't sell, and you proudly introduced it in 2013, Tim Hortons, thanks for that. It was terrible. No one ordered it because it was terrible. So the next time you introduce something gluten-free, which is something you're going to have to do, it should be a chocolate brownie with thick chocolate icing, packaged, or a large cookie. What would you want? You get to eat gluten, but what would you eat if you could only have one thing at Tim Hortons?
Probably a huge cookie.
A huge cookie. Okay, is that huge enough?
Yeah.
A huge, like, chocolate chip? Or would it be like
Anything's
chocolate
fine.
with chocolate chips?
Yes.
So a chocolate cookie with chocolate chips. I say a chocolate brownie with a thick chocolate icing. Prepackaged to prevent cross-contamination. Pretty simple, right? All the other major players are doing it. So that's my number one wish for sure. Thank you for tuning in.
Best
wishes off gluten 2019 with a flourish.
Thanks for watching, and please leave a like below.